Barbara Figiel. I have trouble with names. I'm sorry. Says, I'm not sure if you remember me. Carol and I met you and your wife, and we had a meal together after one of your cruises. That's been a while back since the last cruise I was on. I do remember you. She says, I'm the one from Vienna in Austria, and Carol is from California. I do. We had, I believe, a lunch at Bluefin, if I remember right. So I just retired, visited multiple times, including lifestyle visits, and now I'm renting here for 3 months and found my dream home. What? You're here? You're renting? And you never got a hold of me and Sue? How dare you? She found a courtyard villa with an awesome view in McClure. She's closing on it on the 13th. So she wants some recommendations. By the way, the house she's got, she has at least until like January 15th. And the owner is looking for somebody to take over the rent so she can, I guess, move out early or something. I don't know. Just so you know, I don't rent homes for people. I get these emails all the time saying, can you put my house for rent on your channel? I will, but I get paid for that. Sorry, I got to make some money somewhere. So if you want me to put your house for rent on my channel, I get paid for it. And I don't leave the video forever and ever and ever if I can keep from it. You have to get in contact with me after it's rented to let me know that it's rented so people won't continually send me emails. Or after 30 days, I will just take the video down. And that way I don't get bothered anymore. It's $50 for me to make a video. I got to walk through your house with a camera. It's a lot of work that I do for $50. And that money goes towards prizes that I give away on my channel. Okay, and she needs, let me see here. She needs recommendations to paint my driveway and paths to the house. Well, there's no doubt it's going to be Romaldo. I don't have the name of his business on top of my head. Sue's got the business cards in there. She had to go down to, I think, therapy today. This is her first day she's trying to drive the car. I'm a little nervous about it. But she's been driving a golf cart okay, so I told her to go with the car once, and we'll see how it works out. Anyway, Romaldo is the guy that's done my driveway and multiple people's driveway. In my mind, his price is fair. He's a good, honest guy. He's on time every time. He does a great job for the price, and I like the guy a lot, and I've recommended him a lot, and I know a lot of people that's used him, and I've never heard anybody say anything bad about him. That being said, there's one or two people that no matter what you do, no matter who you recommend, they got nothing but complaints about everything. So let me just tell you who I use. You talk to him, look at his magazines. If you want to, come over to the house. You can look at my driveway and see what you think. My neighbor's driveway used him right over here. See what you think. Matter of fact, I think a neighbor over yonder used him. He's done literally thousands of driveways here. Phone number 352-455-9614. And let Romaldo know that I sent you. He doesn't pay me nothing. I think he should pay me a referral fee, but he doesn't. I don't think he understands, how it's supposed to work because you'll see when you talk to Romaldo. You may have to send him a text because I don't think he understands English real well over the phone. But it seems like whenever you text him, he always answers right back. But he'll come to your house and he'll talk to you. Now, when you're talking to him face to face, he seems to be fine. It's just the phone thing. So anyway, give him a call, have him come out, look at his book, talk to him, tell him what you want, get an estimate. And when you buy this new house, let me just say, whether you use Romaldo or somebody else, if you're going to do your garage floor, do it now before you move in. Because once you move in, boxes and crap will be out there and you'll never get it done. So just do it right away. Also want to have a referral of somebody that can put in custom granite countertops. Well, let me just say that there's other solid surface countertops you can have made for your house other than granite. I'm not telling you not to use granite. I'm just saying there's other things that you can use other than granite that's probably less expensive. It looks just as good to me, but it's not the real thing. So I'll just tell you, here's the top 3 custom granite countertops around the villages here And I got most of these referrals not only from people that I've talked to that used them, mostly in my neighborhood, but even Google ratings. The top three is Stone Rise Granite Countertops, The Villages. It's in Wildwood, so it's not that far away. Hopefully they got a showroom where you can go in and pick out your own slab. It's got a 4.9 rating out of 5 from customers. Phone number 352-861-8200. Address, if you want to come down here and use your you're here, GPS 3380 Northeast 34th Avenue, Wildwood, Florida. Here's another one, Ultimate Granite, The Villages. It's on Rolling Acres Road. That would probably be, if you know where Rolling Acres Road is, over here by the American Legion that goes straight up to Spanish Springs. That's Rolling Acres Road. It's probably up there to the right or to the left where the lumber yards are and stuff like that. I'm guessing it's probably there. Anyway, phone number 352-748-1133. Also 4.9 rating by customer reviews out of 5. And that's 193 reviews, so it ain't like one guy put in some. Here's another one. It's a 4.6. It's Stone Rise and Granite SPL. I don't know what the SPL stands for. But its address is 11031 US 301, Oxford, Florida. From my area is 5.2 miles to get there. That would be upwards around the Walmart up there on 301. Phone number 352-748-5001. They also have a website, so you might give them a call. There's 3 of them, and that's the top 3 ratings here. I've never used none of them. It's just up to you. You can also go to Lowe's. Lowe's has an area back there where you can pick out, I believe, quartz, I believe granite, I believe there's several different solid surfaces that they use for different prices. And probably what they do, they probably have a local contract with a couple contractors. You would do the business through Lowe's. They would send that person out, and they work back and forth that way. But it's something you might look at. Me personally, I would not. I don't like doing that with Lowe's, Home Depot, or none of it. It never works out for me. And I find that when I do business directly with an appliance person that's actually selling nothing but appliances, and there's one of them over here at Leesburg, then you're dealing with him. And then if something breaks, he'll send his repair crew out to take care of it, or whatever the case may be. That's just my experience. This being said, that's your answer to 3 of your questions. There's a lot of people here that has had a lot of this work done that you're talking about. So I'm going to say, anybody watching this video that can help this young lady out with some of these questions, put it in the comment below. And I'm sure she'll watch this video and she'll look at them comments. If you have somebody that's really good at doing one of these 3 things, especially the landscaper guy to take the grass out and put rock in, and your experiences, put that person's name and phone number down in the comments below. Somebody else that she could call and get another price, maybe a better price. If you know a better place to get granite and get the work done in a reasonable amount of time, and you know there ain't going to be any good cost. Granite's going to cost you no matter what. Put it in the comments below. Let her know. Put a phone number in there also, so she'll have somebody to call when she closes on this house, because these are things that she's going to want to get done on a fairly quick basis. You know how it is down here. I mean, overnight, no. But when you start doing this kind of work, you almost feel like you're living in a construction zone, because remember, in order for them to put that granite in, they got to come and take your old stuff out. And generally that requires a couple of other people. I had granite put in my house in Indiana, and we had to take, I had to. I mean, they would have, but they charged a lot of extra, and I thought, no, I'll take it out. I had to take the old countertop, sinks, faucets, all that off. And then he actually comes out, and what he did was he had a bunch of cardboard, and he laid it on top of the base cabinets. And then he cut that cardboard and taped it all together to create what the counter needed to be cut to and how it needed to be cut and where the sink was at and all this kind of stuff. And then he folded it all up, put it in the car, took it back to the factory, and they showed up like, I want to say, 2 or 3 weeks later, and it took like 6 guys to get this countertop in the house. And they'll decide also if it can be a one-piece granite. In a lot of cases it can't be because of how heavy it is, and they'll decide where that seam's going to be, so it's really not noticeable. I put my seam directly in the middle of a double sink. If you're going to use granite, countertops are very heavy. They just are. It's because of a big hunk of rock that they're going to set on top of your cabinets. Make sure your cabinets are substantial enough over time to be able to withstand that weight. Because I, years ago, was a master cabinet builder, custom cabinet builder. So I know the difference between good cabinets, very high quality cabinets, and basically, junk. And of all the houses that I go to in the villages, and I'm not trying to insult, I got the same cabinets. These cabinets are okay. You know, it is what it is. But compared to custom built cabinets, every house that I've ever been into in the villages, other than $1 million houses, now those are a little different, basically are just box cabinets that you could buy at Home Depot, and then you put them together, and you can buy them finished or unfinished, and you just slap them on the wall. Because a custom built cabinet, they build one cabinet to go across the wall a certain way, and it's one piece. These cabinets, if you look at them close, it's one little cabinet screwed against the bigger cabinet, then goes down to a smaller cabinet, and they just screw them all together to try to make it look like one long, and they don't have a backer board on none of them. You look in the back of your cabinets and you see the wall. Well, that's junk. Basically, where I come from, that would be considered to be junk. And that's why they have the door hinges on these cabinets here that are adjustable. Good cabinets don't really need that. It's nice to have them, but you don't need that. Because without having a backer board, when you screw that cabinet to a wall, there's no wall that's actually perfectly straight. They all curve and wind around. So when you screw that cabinet to the wall, especially here, they don't use shims. They just stick that cabinet up there and screw it in. So the cabinet itself will twist a little bit, this way or this way, depending on how the wall's bent. And when it does that, and you put the doors on, the doors end up like this or like this. So they have to be able to adjust one of these to go up or down to get the cabinet doors to match. It works. They get by with it. But like the shelves inside your cabinets, they're all junk. It's all computer made. I call it the sawdust wood. And then that paper on top of it that makes it look like wood, but it's not wood. That will crinkle up, especially if you put your glasses in there upside down so that the water will drain. You're going to ruin them. That paper will swell up, it'll peel off, and it'll just fall apart. Good cabinets, that's usually 3/8, I think it is. I could be wrong about that. It's been so long. I'm going to say 3/8 plywood. And then they'll put a finishing strip on the front of that plywood so you don't see the edge. And then they sand it. And then generally it's sprayed with, I don't even remember what it's called now, but it's a clear finish. Or they may even stain it if you ask them to, but it's basically a clear finish. And that's some quality shelving that's going to last you for years and years and years and years. I've seen this stuff down here within the first 10 years turn to crap because they got wet. People thought it was real wood. It's not real wood. The cabinet doors themselves, I guess you could classify those as real wood. The cabinet frame, I guess you could classify as real wood. I got my doubts about it because I don't know all the ins and outs of these cabinetry down here, but just make sure that your base cabinets are able to handle the weight of real granite. The granite that I got up north was probably that thick. It took 6 guys for them to carry in 1/2 of my kitchen counter, but it did have a bar on one end, and that was all one piece. So what it weighed, I don't know. But I know that I had solid cabinets up there, solid cabinets. And when I think back of them installing that, and I look at these, we thought about doing granite too, but I'm looking at these cabinets here, and I don't think I'm going to do that. These cabinets they're basically poor. I think if I was going to go to solid surface, and I think I am eventually, I'm probably going to go to some other solid surface that's a lot lighter because I just don't trust them. Anyway, that being said, I hope I answered your questions. Give me and Sue a call. We'll have lunch somewhere. You can tell us about your experience down there in closing. And hopefully your landlord will get that place rented out. But like I said, I don't advertise people's houses for rent and stuff anymore for free. I got to make a little money to be able to pay for some of this equipment that we're doing for everything. And $50 I think is fair for a month or two. That being said, I hope everything works out. Give us a call. We'll do lunch. You can tell us all about your worldly experiences once again. And we'll see you on the other side.